Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review I Want You Back. And this is a new romantic comedy from Amazon, and this is an Amazon Prime original film from director Jason Orley, who previously made The Intern and also Big Time Adolescence, which also explains a small role for Pete Davidson in this film. But this film is a twist on the premise of oddly enough, Strangers on a Train, where you have two 30-somethings who get dumped, Peter and Emma, who chance meeting decide to help each other screw up each other's exes' new relationships. And you know what? This is that kind of rom-com with all kinds of the tropes that you see in a lot of things. And you know exactly where this thing is going, and Peter and Emma are on a journey that they're probably going to be taking together. But you know, this hits on all those notes. You know the kinds of things that it's going to do. But there are it does make some choices at certain times with a little bit more subtlety. And not big gestures of especially the very end. I appreciated the ending because it did just enough to tell us exactly where it was going to go, but didn't have to spell it all out for us. And did it in a unique way. And showed how great a connection these two characters have without even having to say anything. But this film centers on Charlie Day and Jenny Slate, who I think are both have the opportunity to be potentially really annoying in movies and television, and I enjoyed both of them a lot in this film. I think both of these characters, Peter and Emma, were good fits for them. They didn't go over the top with them, and they just did enough to be thoroughly entertaining and endearing enough for us to want to connect with them. And you want to pull for them. I think they really work well. And then you have their exes, played by Scott Eastwood and Gina Rodriguez. Scott Eastwood, probably more personality than you've probably seen of him in any other movie. And I enjoyed him and the relationship that he starts to have with Charlie Day's character. And then you have Gina Rodriguez, who I think is a entertaining presence in the film. She doesn't get a whole lot of depth. It's just a lot of I need to, I want to chase my dreams, and I'm overly protective and territorial. And, it really does just hit on those kinds of points. But I think Gina Rodriguez has a lot of charisma and is able to leverage that in this film. And then you have the new relationships that their exes have. And Manny Jacinto, who's a director of, a middle school play of Little Shop of Horrors, that's a lot of fun with that subplot, even though there's some pieces of it that feel a little bit extraneous and don't necessarily need to be there. But I think he's a lot of fun, and he's an interesting character that does get some screen time and has some good chemistry. I do feel like Clark Bacco, who is Scott Eastwood's new flame, gets a little underutilized in this film and kind of just is played off as hey, I'm the uptight, not fun, but have my stuff together kind of new significant other that's going to be good for you and doesn't really get a chance to shine a whole lot. But she's serviceable and does the job that she's supposed to. Not all the gags hit and feel like they're necessary in the film. There's, I mentioned, Pete Davidson pops up. I feel like his sequence and his scene is a little bit, I don't know, a little overdone and maybe lasts a little bit too long, but, you know, he's fun. There are definitely some looser threads that don't feel like they get as much development and kind of just leave you there a bit, and especially for a film this is almost like a good 2-hour film. So there's a lot going on, and I felt like there was times where they could have streamlined it a bit. But in the end, this is a genuine and endearing romantic comedy. And I had a fun time with it. And I think that Charlie Day and Jenny Slate make some good central characters in this film. And I enjoyed their journey. And I enjoyed the connection that they made with each other along the way. But those are my thoughts on I Want You Back. Let me know what you think and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.